Hi viewers, welcome back to Sahara TV. So since the Boko Haram insurgency started, at least 15,000 Nigerians have been killed. We don't get to hear all of their stories, but once in a while we have the opportunity to speak with someone that has been through it, someone that has lost very close relatives and how they are going through the process and trying to heal through the process. So today, to talk to us about how he's been using music to bring people together despite the insurgency going on in Nigeria is none other than Dr. Lani Stephens. Lani Stephens is a musician, a teacher, and a consultant in creative and performing arts based in Jos, Nigeria. And since the 80s, he's taught music in schools and conferences and workshops. And from 2007 to 2011, he was the national chairman of both the vocational and the innovational enterprise institutions in Nigeria. Dr. Stephens is also the founder and the editor-in-chief of World Harmony magazine. Dr. Lani, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you very much,
It's good
Adela.
to finally have you. We've been wanting to have you for a long time. So,
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. And you know, I can't even imagine what you've been through. The fact that you even live in Jos, because apart from Boko Haram terrorist group, there has been all kinds of things going on in Jos, people being killed. And just so our viewers will know where you're coming from, let's start with what happened on March 7th, 2010.
Yeah, March 7, 2010 was a day to be remembered in the history of the entire country. Because without any kind of provocation, the city of Jos went into gloominess. That is, we heard that Fulani herdsmen invaded a city called, a local community called Dogona Hawa. Just a little, some few kilometers away from the place called Millionaires' Quarters. About 3 hours. For about 3 hours, there was noise all over the city in the middle of the night. That people were getting killed, houses were getting burnt, and people were getting maimed, and there was no military intervention whatsoever.
For 3 hours.
For more than 3 hours.
Your wife was actually attacked that day?
No, she wasn't attacked that day.
Oh, okay.
But my chaplain's wife, became a widow through, this crisis, and that's Timothy. That's what happened. And what became the mysterious myth was the strength of ordinary herdsmen, became so much significant and formidable that the Nigerian army could not, match them. And of course, you heard the interview of the GOC on CNN that the place was, the terrain was not clear.
So before we started this interview, you were telling me that Boko Haram dates back to 2001?
Yeah, I would want to believe it's my own submission that when someone is doing something wrong and there's no sanction, that thing is possible. It has the capacity to develop and metamorphose into something bigger.
Yeah.
It can escalate.
You think that's
and of course, in the UK, when I was doing my advocacy, I shared this, that if the Commonwealth would not attend to the issue of Nigeria at a tender age, there will be a time that other interest groups from outside Nigeria will begin to partner with the local terrorists. And that was exactly what happened. So I would call what happened 2001 to be the beginning of Boko Haram, because it actually grew into that, and the escalation has brought us this matrix that we're seeing now.
Now, since this happened, you've actually lost a lot of people that are close
Yes,
to
of
you.
course. I've lost Evangelist Timothy, my chaplain. Excuse me. I've lost my students. Shola came all the way from Lagos to come and study music with us in Jos. Shola was even ill on the day of the invasion. He was in a nearby clinic, hospital, close to the school, to their hostel. He wasn't in the school that day. He was lying down in a sick bed in the hospital. And they went and slaughtered Shola on the sick bed. And what about Evangelist Tim, my chaplain? He was even escaping. He jumped into a house. They got into the house. And immediately they got into the house, he jumped the fence. They left, dozens of people inside the compound. And they ran after Tim. They left every other person. It was as if there was a kind of mandate to get rid of anyone that's clergy or something like that.
And you've also lost like cousins and...
Oh, yes, yeah.
And your wife was once attacked?
Yeah, the wife of my musician, Moses Nyago.
Who's Lydia?
Yeah.
Who's Lydia?
Lydia?
Yeah.
The wife of my musician.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. It wasn't
Moses
your wife.
Nyago. Yeah.
Okay.
While they wanted to axe him, she tried to grab the cutlass, and she was cut in the hand. But Moses himself was axed on the skull, and he had to be, hospitalized for so many times.
We can go on and on about this graphic details. It's just, so people know the reality of what's going on. That's why I asked you about all that. But you are doing something unique. Despite everything that has happened, you're trying to use music to bring people together?
Oh, yeah. Music is my career. It's my profession. But I believe that music, the strength of music and the benefits of music transcends just entertainment. Of course, as Africans, music is found in every part of our lives. Mourning, happiness, dancing, farming, working, warfare, whatever. But the angle I took was during the time of state of emergency in Plateau State, I decided to revenge. And my vengeance was to use music to bless the city and also the nation. We started putting up a program called Harmony. Harmony is an English word and also a musical terminology that is bringing together heterogeneous components together for aesthetic purpose.
I see.
And that's what we're doing.
So who are you bringing together? Who are the people you're bringing? The victims or who exactly?
The aggressors and the victims are able,
so
and the observers.
You're bringing the Fulani herdsmen as well?
We make it public thing.
Okay.
And in the past, I've had 3 Islamic scholars attend our voice training program.
Wow.
Yes.
What has been the reaction so far? What are people saying about this program that you have going on?
Yeah, it's beautiful. One thing you should know is that in Nigeria, anything that is really good takes time
to develop,
to grow. And anything that is bad does not even need fertilizer.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, but for this, it has received great patronage. For instance, in Afribank, the manager of Afribank in Just, by the time I got to him while I was trying to raise sponsorship, Alhaji Abubakar, he said to me, Dr. Stephens, we will support you. Afribank will support you because it is only when we have peace that we can do our business.
So they know you are advocating for peace.
Yes.
So I can guess that's your aim of trying to bring people together is to advocate for peace. And do you think it's been working so far? Since you started this program, you've not been having terrorist attacks in Jos?
In Jos, no. But we've been having the ripples, the effects of anger and bottled hatred that people have nursed over the period of time from 2001 till date. The city is polarized already, and you don't want to go to a place that is quiet and secluded places where some people can mob you, but it is actually illegal to lay your hand on anyone in Just City right now. So it's really working because what we're promoting in Just City is peace and peace and peace. And that's our music, that's our song, that's our food now.
So like when you gather people together, what can I expect if I were to come to that kind of event?
Great. When we come together, recently our scope and capacity has been expanded by the U.S. government in the sense that the U.S. Embassy in Abuja partnered with me and they asked me to introduce 2 courses to our musical programs, and that's leadership orientation and also vocational capacity. That's to make the jobless young people that are idle, that have been the victims of the visual smart field that are engineering this crisis and unrest, to give them opportunity to develop their skills and their talents, because many of them are actually very gifted.
Musicians.
And then to introduce the leadership opportunity courses to them.
So you teach people leadership skills, voice trainings,
playing of guitar,
wow, that's
saxophone, drums, and singing.
And this is all with the underlying message of promoting peace.
Promoting peace.
In jazz.
Yes.
And right now you're actually here in the U.S. as a fellow. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your fellowship program and how this would help the program that you have going on in Nigeria?
Yes, I'm a Fulbright scholar now in the United States. And my program is Hubert Humphrey Fellowship. So I won that award last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Adiola. And my program, in my fellowship program in the United States, is Music and Peace. Yes. This program has helped me so much in the sense that the way the U.S. Department of State designed the program with the Institute of International Education, we have the professional development, we have multicultural interactions and engagement, and also professional affiliation. The professional development has helped me so much. I forgot one, academic engagement as well. The academic engagement I did in Boston University, and I'm still doing in Boston University. The professional development started with the GLF, Global Leadership Forum, that we had 99 countries represented and 171 fellows from all around the world gathered together to do this. And I'm able to learn about crisis management. I just returned from Syracuse University, where we studied leadership and governance in times of crisis. And this weekend, I'm going to the University of Minnesota, and that one is peace building through restorative dialogue.
So how will you use all this things when you get back to JOS?
When I get back to JOS, I will try to do proposals to U.S. Department, U.S. Mission in Abuja, to further sponsor more classified programs and workshops. And I'll speak to the Plateau State government as well to also further sponsor. They've been sponsoring us, and they will further sponsor more classified workshops for youth, for politicians, and for other professionals in the city of JOS.
Do you have any plan to extend this beyond JOS to places like Borno and other places where Boko Haram have really, really hurt a lot of people?
Yes. I spoke with the governor of Kaduna State recently, and he assured me that Kaduna is peaceful. I can come with my program to Kaduna State.
What about the governor of Borno? Have you reached out?
The governor of Borno, actually, because of my partnership with other bodies and other nations and other experts, that place has been marked red.
For now.
For now.
Okay.
Even
so let's hopefully soon when Boko Haram is over, hopefully, because a lot of people will need healing, you know.
Definitely.
I'm hoping that your program is not just about uniting people, but helping them to heal.
Restorative processes.
And you know, we're getting ready for this coming election, and I'm just wondering, do you think that security should play a big role in people deciding who they're voting for?
Security should. I think security is the major index in the political affair in Nigeria today. And some other politicians, I don't want to mention them, have been reaping benefits of the security failure of the present government. You know, just folding arms because the present leadership has failed security-wise. Some other politicians are benefiting from that. So security is making people to suddenly, you know, become blind to the dividing lines, the religious divides. And they're closing their eyes, whether Muslim or Christian, I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, we need to be safe.
Exactly.
The rich men need to be saved. The poor need to be saved. The middle class need to be saved.
Everybody needs to be saved.
Yes,
So,
because even the rich man cannot go to sleep with his two eyes closed because the poor man is awake.
and you know, if the Nigerian government can hear you, if they can watch this interview, what message do you have for the government in terms of ensuring security and safety?
My message for the Nigerian government is that any community that honors its hero will never run short of heroes. And any community that wants to grow and prosper must learn the philosophies of sanction for wrongdoing and encouragement, honor, celebration for well-doing. This situation Nigeria is experiencing is because we have not learned the culture of promoting well done for well-doing and sanctions for wrongdoing. That is my message for Nigerian government.
And that is a deep message. Thank you so much, Dr. Lani, for coming on the show. And of course, we can't let him go without him playing music for us here in the studio. So he's gonna do a little bit of Ekpombe, which I'm sure a lot of people know. And also, what's the name of the other song that you will do?
Climate change.
Climate change. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Lani Stephens.
The title is Ekpombe, and the philosophy behind the lyrics says, we have all it takes to give birth to what we have conceptualized in our mind. Mm-hmm.
And this is Yoruba, right?
Yoruba language.
Great, let's hear it. Ibeji is twins, by the way. You have Ibeji?
I don't have Ibeji, but you know, Yoruba language is very, very philosophical, and that's proverbial. It doesn't necessarily mean the real Ibeji, but it means everything that you desire. I have all that it takes to make it become a reality. And that's my message for Nigeria. We are able to become first world. In fact, we are first world, first in our minds, and that is possible, even physically.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, I told you you're in for a treat. That has been Dr. Lani Stephens. Make sure you check him out. You have a website, right?
Yes, LaniStephens.org.
Just check out LaniStephens.org and you can contact him through his website or his Facebook page.
The Facebook is also Lani Stephens.
The Facebook is also the same thing, Lani Stephens. So thank you so much for coming to the studio of Sahara TV.
Thank you very
so
much.
Nice
it's my pleasure.
All right, guys, we have much more to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.